Hello Collective, welcome to the channel. It is September 5th, 2025, and we're back with another message. Let us tuck right in with Spirit, see what storyline they'd like to share with us. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy storyline for the collective, please. In the central energy, we've got nostalgia, history, memories, challenge position, got the Emperor, in the subconscious, disappointment, in the recent past, we've got the Page of Wands and the Truth, the King of Swords. So the King of Swords has clarity on the pages. Some have gained opportunity, it looks like. The past, the history is being challenged by the Emperor. The need for vengeance is in the history, is what the Divine stated. Page of Swords. New ways of communicating. So the youngers, it looks like they've got opportunity here. In the near future. Ace of Pentacles. Abundance. A new career, getting a job, getting a financial opportunity, a new venture. Feelings is being looked through. Love. Two of Cups. In the environment. Releasing the baggage and moving on. Making a transition. Hopes and fears. Empress. And the outcome. An abundant, nurturing evolution. Star. Healing, rejuvenation, healing. Divine Mother. Unions. Strength. So you're very strong here, and that's putting the fear of death into the codependent devil. Queen of Pentacles, delivering justice, the law of cause and effect. The mother, calling judgment, difficult decisions. The love of the mother, making difficult decisions regarding passion project, fighting with everybody, trying to become a King of Pentacles. Page of Cups is here in a nightmare, because the Most High God is here looking over all of the loving unions, protecting it from illusion and fraud. Yeah, they're restricted from the foundation. And there could be a painful ending being brought about for or by a King of Wands. Take it as it resonates. You've got this Ten of Pentacles and you're moving forward. You've got a victory and you're moving on. There's travel plans. We've got leaving home. And again, victory. Yeah, you're letting this stuff go based on the truth. You know what's going on. King of Cups, celebrating the love of divine masculine. You persevered through a tower, and now your enemies are in a Five of Pentacles. Here. Or maybe it's time for your enemies to persevere. Apparently, it has flipped. The tables have turned. The tables have been flipped. We've got remembrance. Just you're being remembered. The child, like you may have been displaced, but there's a remembrance here, and justice. So we got the history here, nostalgia and purpose. So the history of purpose is being challenged by the Emperor. He's looking at this stuff. Objectively. And some folks are getting disappointed. They're disappointed getting left behind by the Creator, by those who are creative. There's a Page of Wands here. He's excited about his freedom. The King of Swords knows the truth, has mental clarity about entertainment. And so there's a Page of Wands here who has his freedom. And we've got a Page of Swords who is looking for new ways of communicating. To learn something. And we've got haunted in the reversed. No more hauntings. They're not haunted. They're protected. Ace of Pentacles. A new career. A new financial opportunity. Observation. We've got the Two of Cups. Union. Prophecy. Shine. It was prophesied that the Shining Ones would be coming together. And here they are, the Six of Swords. They're leaving that baggage behind and they're moving on. Releasing all their baggage and moving on. Self-preservation. And the Empress is here. Maybe you are an Empress. Maybe you've developed into an Empress. You've evolved. And we've got Tribe in the reverse. Yeah, so you were able to preserve yourself from this tribe and now you're not connected to them anymore. We've got the Star energy here, the healer. Who loves themselves and creates beauty wherever they go. Shiny, happy people on the spiritual throne. Religious kin. Puppeted the compass. They want to puppet your future. They have a very limited perception of this arcana. Who didn't do anything. They're being congratulated. Attention has been brought to them and they're being remembered as a wholesome, loving person. Empress Star. Justice is being served because this person is a sovereign being here and now. Yeah. There's an explorer who's addicted to privilege. And it's time for this chicken who was driving the innocent to make an appearance in this competition and communicate about the things that they martyred people for and brought drama to people for. So there needs to be confessions. They made you invisible. Maybe they want to be forgiven for making you invisible, for horseplaying around in your home and bringing conflict to you, for pretending to be you and provide the messages of you, communicating as you, playing around with your services. This player is going into the grave because you were able to maintain your peace while these ancestry wise guys and gals mimicked you and brought you hardship. A whole backstory of it. These vain people are going to be disconnected from the location, from your location and from wherever this important location is. So there's a history here of people in their purpose. It's being challenged by the Emperor here, who has, yeah, purpose was third wheel enemies. So there's a history of third wheel enemies hijacking other people's purpose. It's being looked at by this Emperor with objectivity. Let's just look up objectivity real quick and see what it says. Balanced, stable, rational. So yeah, the Emperor is balanced, stable, rational. He sees the whole dynamic. And he's in his King of Swords energy. Looking at this third party situation. So he's not emotional about it. He's looking at the purpose of the third wheel enemies objectively. He's not very emotional. He's not coming at it with malice. He's looking at it in a King of Swords energy. We've got values in the reverse. Their values are not the same as this Emperor's. He's very stable. He's unemotional. He can see that there's not the same values. Their values are all about money. He's looking at the purpose for these third wheel enemies. They're getting left behind from the creative people, the creative ones, because they were playing with love. We have a Page of Wands here, who the King of Swords knows has clear thoughts about those who are in the entertainment business. Somebody's got their freedom. We've got guilty. So he's got clear, he knows exactly who in the entertainment industry or whoever was entertaining themselves doing stuff to others, causing pain and stuff. He has mental clarity regarding that. Somebody, the youngers, regarding the youngers. So he knows who of the youngers are guilty from causing pain and who get to go free. We've got a Page of Swords here, looking at new ways of communicating, ready to learn something. And we got haunted in the reverse. Like he may not have haunted anybody. He's not being haunted. There's no overwhelm. So he's not haunted. He's not overwhelmed. He did not haunt anybody or overwhelm anybody. So he gets an opportunity. This King of Swords knows that he did not do those things. He has clarity about it. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles here, abundance, new career, and we've got observation. So it's like there's like new watchers. I came out and slipped into the, so commitment in the reverse. So it will be watched. This Ace of Pentacles will be observed to make sure that to be watched, to see that people are lining up and holding true to their commitments. So they will be watched to make sure, or they will be watched to see if they're gonna back out of their commitment. They'll be watched. They're getting the abundance, the new career, this new prosperous adventure, but they will be observed to make certain, whether or not that they renege on their commitments. Two of Cups union here. Prophesied, shine. So the shining ones are coming together. We've got forgiveness. There's a change. You're leaving this baggage behind. You were able to preserve yourself through this negative tribal connection. You're leaving this family behind, Empress. Absence. Those who caused you the need to preserve yourself are made absent. You're leaving that baggage behind. You're the Empress. You're leaving that tribe behind. In the reverse, you're leaving them behind. Absent. You were able to preserve yourself, and now you're making them absent. They don't get to come forward to with your life. You're no more tribe. You got a new family. The Empress and the Emperor are here together. Inseparable. Inseparable. You're not dealing with the tribe of the past. You're the Star. There's rejuvenation, healing, self-care, beauty, spiritual throne. It could be that you're going to teach people. We got daydreaming. Somebody might be longing for you. Emperor, Empress might want to come together. Or those people who were daydreaming of being you are getting detached. Yeah. This is not a dream. You're in a reunion and somebody wants to talk to you. So yeah. Whoever was daydreaming about being you is getting detached, and you're in a reunion here who wants to talk to you. So you're on your spiritual throne. Somebody doesn't know what to do because the way you love can't be matched, and they can't get in your space now. There's reciprocity coming, equal give and take. Whatever they put you through is what's coming back on them. They're looking for an escape. They're confused regarding this soul contract. They don't want to chase you anymore. They're hurting. Them and their third party are hurting from the damage that they have caused you. They sabotage themselves. They've missed their opportunity to be you. They're getting detached from this reunion, and they want to have a talk. You have an understanding of this reflection. They were doing mirror magic from the shadow realm, trying to be you. And now they have hope. They're running. They're running. The runner doesn't want to run anymore. They have hope. But the truth is revealed regarding the shadow side. Unexpected outcome, unfinished business. We're moving into responsible destiny. It's going to be observed. To make certain that it's responsible, that people are holding up to their agreements, that there's no betrayal. There was some severe betrayal in the previous chapter. So we've got the history of the third parties and their purpose being looked at. Challenges. They didn't have any patience, so they presented everybody in the world with challenges, thinking that they were in competition with them. So rather than do the work, they just stole from everybody else. They just became a thief. The Emperor is here. They're challenged by the Emperor, who's stable, and he knows what's been going on here. They don't have the same values. There's no value. Their values were all about money, and that's not where it's at here with this Emperor. They're being let go. So those people whose values are all about money are being let go. The third parties whose purpose was to present challenges to others because they were impatient regarding their reward or their fancy life or whatever. So they're being let go to make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you. They're being let go from those who create, from those who actually create, because they destroy. They don't create. They had a good time doing it. Confession. They're confessing. They're confessing. We have the King of Swords here with mental clarity regarding entertainment and guilt. We do have a Page of Wands here that's inspired. Freedom. Intimacy. Yeah. So the King of Swords knows who was using intimacy as entertainment. But there's a Page of Wands who, I guess, is free. Page of Swords is looking for new ways to communicate. They're not haunted. They're not overwhelmed. They didn't haunt anybody. They didn't overwhelm anybody. Their heart is open. Yeah, he's looking at the youngers here. Whoever was using intimate connection and thinking that it was entertaining to F people over and hurt them and steal from them in this third party scenario, he's looking at it. We've got abundance here, a new career, a new opportunity for this Two of Cups union, but it will be observed to make certain that you're not reneging on your commitment. No betrayal. It will be observed. It will be watched. So caution is suggested. Two of Cups, marriage connections between shining people. It was prophesied. We've got forgiveness here. So there was somebody, these third party, they want forgiveness. It could be that there's, yeah, so you might be having trouble getting over the past where someone else was constantly working to sabotage you. Forgiveness is also release. You could be releasing the third parties that were sabotaging you. Six of Swords, leaving it behind. Self-preservation, absence. Those who were making you preserve yourself, protect yourself, it's going to be made absence. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Absence. They might have been absence. They might have left you high and dry. It's third party. Empress is no longer dealing with that tribe. Inseparable from love, liar. So there's a tribe here that married this Empress, and they lied, saying that the love was inseparable. That was a big fat lie. They bailed on her as soon as they got that freaking contract. And now she's leaving them behind because they're a bunch of liars. There's no love in them. There's no love in them. They're a bunch of liars. Our love is always there. Liar. Liar. You made yourself absent, and you did so willfully and left this Empress there to preserve her own damn self here in the environment. I love you, liar. This is a star who took care of her own damn self, and she's on that spiritual throne. Those who are daydreaming about being her are getting detached from a reunion. They want to talk, but that's no. There's no conversation going on. And we've got give it time, pregnancy, a honeymoon, give it time. There's a divorce. You got a divorce. You could be listening to your intuition and divorcing somebody, keeping them at a distance for your health. There's an air sign narcissist here spying. You know that. And date night is, you're protected from date night. Whatever their magic they're trying to do to manifest date night with you is going back on them in this new cycle. They took a gamble and now they got to move on. They gambled with you in this third party sex thing, sacrificing pets, trying to get back into your world. But no, that's not going to happen. There's an earth sign doing a love spell, trying to communicate, trying to move in, trying to get all up in your business with a commitment. Fire sign is moving away from this freaking gold digger. But use discretion, because that there could be a fire sign here that wants to move in with you that's a gold digger too. Some people really hate themselves. They lie to themselves. They lie to everybody around them. They lie the whole world. They turn the whole world into one big illusion. Lie. So there's a history here of the purpose regarding these third-party enemies. They were presenting challenges for other people because they had no patience. Blind spot. They did not see this coming. They got caught up in the whirlwind, and they could not see what was really going on. The Emperor is here. He's very stable and settled in this energy here. The people whose values were all about money are being let go. We're not dealing with them anymore. If all you want is money, then go away. These childish people are reaching out, trying to reconnect, but they're being let go. Leaving behind. Leaving. You're leaving, and they're drowning. They're drowning in their own sea of neglect. Many flames. Many flames. They thought it was real fun. They thought it was real fun to get creative with hurting people. They're confessing. They're unable to tangle them or free themselves from a sticky situation. So they're confessing. You're leaving them behind. Out of here. King of Swords knows about those who are using intimacy as entertainment. Those who are guilty of neglecting people. There is a page here who got their freedom. He's looking at the pages to see whether or not they were using intimacy as entertainment, neglecting people that they gained this intimate connection with in a childish way. Page of Swords, looking for new ways of communicate. There's no overwhelm. They're not haunted. We've got open your heart, but we've got forgiving in the reverse. There's no forgiving. They want you to open your heart. They're not able to bring you overwhelm or haunt you. They want you to open your heart. There's no forgiveness. You've got an Ace of Pentacles career, but you're watching here. There's no commit. Maybe you're not committing to anybody right now. You're just watching people. You're observing them. You're using caution. You've got this Ace of Pentacles here and you're not committing. You're like, I'm watching you. I want to see where you are, who you are, what you are. They lost. So you're using caution. You feel like you've been abandoned, but there is a deeper connection coming. There's no commitment here. You've been watched. Perhaps you have been watched. You got bailed on. This tribe left you in the dark, and then they did, look, they were guilty. The guilty have lost here, and they're drowning. They bailed on their commitment. Everything was seen. You're getting your Ace of Pentacles, and you're being cautious. Look. Two of Cups here. It was prophesied the shining ones would come together. Forgiveness. Someone in the middle trying to sabotage this. One's forgiveness. Or maybe forgiveness, you releasing the third parties who were sabotaging you. And we've got grieving in the reverse. You're not grieving over it. You're just forgiving them. You're letting them go. The shining ones are coming together and you're letting go of the third parties and you're not sad about it. You're leaving them behind. You were able to preserve yourself, so there's an absence of a water sign. And everything about them is falling away to make room for the love that you deserve. Empress, you're no longer part of that tribe. They said that their love was always going to be there, but they lied. They were a liar. They were all about crazy drama, trying to stuff you in a rabbit hole. They lied. Star, rejuvenated and healed. You're on your spiritual throne. You were able to love yourself to health, and you're in your position here. They were daydreaming about being seen as you. They're getting detached from this reunion. We've got conversation. They want to talk. And the answer is no. Because they're part of the dark side. No talking. Complete detachment. This star is tired of dealing with this damn snake. It's ending. They deserve a break from this crap. They've been hurt before. Burned, burned, burned. And left with an empty cup by those who broke all their promises and ignored them and their needs. These people are crushed. They're at a distance. They're a weed seed. And you're being fierce. You're being fierce. And you might feel like you're in this all alone. But it's not going to be that way forever. These people want to escape many flames. The many flames that they did this to. There's a secret. A whole lot of flames they made life a struggle for. And now they're having anxiety. They gotta face it, man. They played games with love. They shattered people's lives, shining diamonds. And everything they built on their energy is crumbling. They're looking for an exit plan because they got a long, long road of drowning to go. Another notch in the headboard. Nobody's going to want to commit to them. Nobody's going to want to care for them. Their life is going to be a mess. The divine stated that their intentions will be their gift. Commitment. They got caught up in a whirlwind. They're bound to their commitments, their contracts that they made in order to bring challenges to you. They're being let go. They're trying to reconnect, these childish people, but they're being let go. You are calm. You're like, you're at peace. You're leaving them behind. They got creative when it came to hurting you, and they thought it was real fun. They're confessing about tangling you up in this web. They can't free themselves. You persevered through this. You persevered through the impossible path. Now they want to reconnect. It's like, are you kidding me? They lied. Good moral human. These people were having intimate relations with good moral humans. Stars, empresses, shining ones. And then they were neglecting them, hurting them, betraying them, haunting them, overwhelming them, causing ruin for them. Good moral humans. They neglected good moral humans who had merit. They tried their best to destroy them rather than be a good moral human and partner with a good moral human. They're cursed. There's no forgiveness here. They're cursed. They're cursed. You know, this King of Swords could be free. He knows. He has the truth about those who were entertaining themselves with intimate sexual encounters. They're guilty of neglecting good moral humans. There's a Page of Swords here trying to find a new way to communicate. They can't haunt you. They can't overwhelm you. They need you to open your heart. But there's no forgiveness. They cursed you. Maybe they cursed themselves with no forgiveness. Or there's no forgiveness because they cursed you. You've got an Ace of Pentacles here. Their lack of commitment was observed and is being observed. They're guilty. They've lost. You are cautious and preserving your own self. They lost. You're worth saving. Two of Cups union here. For the shining ones, it was prophesied. Someone else who was trying to sabotage you wants forgiveness. You're not grieving. You're letting them go. You're like, just go. You're stable. You're okay. You're not grieving. You're focused on family. You're focused on your new family. And you're triumphing. Look, you've got a promise of a new family. You've triumphed here. You're stable. You're okay. You have released those third-party enemies who were trying to sabotage you and be seen as you. There's a water sign here who is feeling like there's a part of them missing without you, because there is. You know, as long as they could keep you hidden and draw off of your energy, they were fine. But this tribe lied about having love that would always be there. It was never there. The only thing they brought to you is crazy drama with their mind reading strategies. So they're in ruins while you are at peace. You're getting peace because they bullied you. They bullied you. They didn't love you. They bullied you. They collaborated to suck your energy into a trap, into a nightmare, and now they are getting ready for it because of the history. Justice is being served on this whole network, this whole tribe. You're not dealing with them anymore, Empress. They lied about their love always being there. They lied. There's no love in them. They're hesitating. They don't know what to do. They've been seen as a liar. They're stuck in this crazy rabbit hole. They're in this mental disturbance. You're a star, a healer, a rejuvenator. You took care of yourself. You loved yourself to health. You're on your spiritual throne. Somebody was daydreaming of being you. They're being detached from a reunion. They want to have a conversation. We've got yes in the reverse. So there's no conversation with the dark side. You've got a new family tree. You've got a new family tree here. You're getting mercy. You're getting mercy. Because these ones were trying to dominate you with magic in the dark. So you're not communicating with them anymore. They're getting shut out. You've got the real estate. The real estate belongs to you. You've got the spiritual throne. And they're furious. They're frightened. They're paranoid about this schedule. They want to compromise. But they were trying to rob you of your destiny. And now they're like, well, compromise, work with me. And you're like, no. You're an indulgent illusionist who has caused unnecessary pain in the world. And you need to get out of my house. Stay out of my house, man. You were sleeping, having sweet dreams, and this mask wearer was working hard to be seen as you while you slept, while you weren't even aware that all this was going on. This is the conclusion of that. You're coming into the fruits of your labor, and these ones are overloaded by your shine, by your halo, by your great ideas. They're protesting in your mind. You've got intellectual property they can't tap into anymore. Your high value, and they're being separated from you, the blessing in their life. You've got it. You vowed to love yourself to health, and that's exactly what you did. And you're here with spirit. These people were bringing natural disasters to you. You are the gift. They were coached on how to do that. They wanted to end your marriage, and now they want to apologize. They want you to care about these third-party enemies who were bribed to bully you. They want you to care. But you've got unity here. You've reached your destination. You've reached your goals. You are where you need to be. And these prideful people are stubborn. They don't want to hear it. There's evidence of everything that they've done to cause you loss, and maybe they are experiencing loss right now. They're in danger. They're in conflict. They're fighting. They're sick. They're disappointed by your good news. They're stressed out. They can't spy on the sweethearts anymore. They can't tap in anymore. And they're going through withdrawals. They're confined. They're being stopped from messing with you. They're being stopped from tapping into what you have learned, your knowledge. Your reward is eternal love. You prayed for it. Your alliances are here to deliver it. Justice. They're going to deliver justice on this whole network of in the history. They're getting ready to have a nightmare. They fell into their own trap. They're trapped in a nightmare. They're trapped in the nightmare that they meant for you. They want you there. But your alliances are delivering their intentions to them. And it's amazing to me, that reading the story, people say, oh, you say that and because you actually get, no, there's no pleasure here. Telling people that a whole tribe lied about loving them, about always being there for them, and instead of doing so, they stuck them in a rabbit hole of crazy drama and mental supernatural disturbances. Come on, man. They sabotaged a shining star Empress in the worst way. Mischief. They caused challenges with this third-party enemy. The Emperor is letting them go. Their values they're not the same. They're childish. Your nature is to be calm, is to be peaceful. And they're reaching out, trying to connect to you. And this Emperor is like, no, you're not going to do that anymore. We're leaving. You're leaving. You're getting left behind. You got creative when it came to hurting people. They're confessing it. This tangled web that they tried to stick you in, and this tangled web that they're stuck in. You persevered through it. You persevered through the routine. Their routine of trying to stick you in a web, they can't free themselves from it because you persevered. They're bound to that commitment. Star. They thought that they were going to fly on your wings. Page of Swords, there's no forgiveness. They cursed you. So we've got a page here. Man, guilty of using sex as entertainment. It was just entertainment. And neglect. Complete irresponsibility and cursing. We've got observations. So they were seen and they're being watched. They're being watched. There is no commitment. They're not getting a commitment. They're being watched. You're being cautious. You're saving your own self. These people are guilty and they've lost you, while you have grown. Two of Cups, Shining Stars, prophesied, released the third-party enemies trying to sabotage you. You're not grieving. There's no more grieving. You're okay. You're stable. You have triumphed. And you've got a promise here of a sweetheart family, sweet love. It's time for you to go play, to have fun. You're relaxed. You're leaving behind that baggage. You preserved. You were able to save yourself. And now you're being made absent from this water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, whose life is falling apart because they were mind reading you. The territory. They're being made absent from the territory. The Empress is divorced from that tribe. They said that love was always going to be there, and they lied. They caused a crazy drama with a whole bunch of supernatural disturbances. They were warned. They're being warned. They don't know what to do because you're the star. You've got your vital force. You've got a new family tree. You're being shown mercy. You're getting help. You love yourself to health. You've got this vow, and you honor your vow with your people, with your person, with spirit, divine. You're coming into real estate. You've got the land, a business, a home, a partnership. You're on your spiritual throne. You take care of yourself. You see the beauty everywhere it goes, and wherever you are is beauty. You are the Empress star. This spiritual throne is yours because everywhere you go, beauty is. Flowers bloom. Love expands. And these people wanted to fight with you, dominate you, do magic on you. They're in fear. They're in fear because this spiritual throne is yours, and you've got a new family here with you. They were curious about you. They wanted to pretend they were you, the anomaly. They worked together as a team to try to cause upheaval in your life and dominate you. You offered resistance, and now you are free. And they're in grief. These illusionists are in grief because you are protected. You and your sacred space are protected from the mirror magic, the illusions, all this, from the scavengers of the night. They're being released, and they need to go survive the risk and the negative influences that they produce. You've got luck coming in for you. These people at a distance, they will be made at a distance. If they're trying to do magic on you, it's going to roll right off of you. It won't stick to you. They were feasting on you, the anomaly, and you remained balanced anyway. And now you've got this heart bond. It could be in a heart bond, and they have to leave you alone. They got to leave you alone. You have abundance coming in this community. These ones were distracting you and pulling up your seeds, taking your gifts and committing to an empty nest. Nobody wants to hear them anymore. They're the new fodder for what they've done in the past. They've been exposed. There's a lot of communication, a lot of confessions going on. They were tricking people, displacing people, but they put you in that little jar there, and you're taking things in a new direction. The ghosts are getting wrath. They're receiving wrath for trying to, the dead are receiving wrath for trying to trade places with the star, the shining one, the Empress, with their third party cursing, forbidden magic, mischief, lies, sexual entertainment, and lies, while speaking proper words of love and telling everybody else that they were sabotaging their own damn self, when they weren't. They were actually being sabotaged by expert projectionists. This is the message that I have for you. They have been found guilty and they have lost you. I hope this brings clarity to something you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.